4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome to the 10th episode of Vlogmas. This is a very special episode for me for a couple of different reasons. One, this is my second attempt at baking brownies on here. Last time they turned out so crispy and inedible. This time I have a pre-made brownie mix from Bob's Red Mill. There wasn't anything wrong with that brownie recipe before. I've made it so many times. I think it's just the way that I baked it. It just wasn't gonna work. So we're sticking to the basics today. Also excitingly, my little sister is officially back home from college. She's on winter break. So we are all very happy about that. Hence, again, brownies to celebrate finals because finals sucks. And thirdly, this is actually the final episode of Vlogmas that I will be filming because the next 2 episodes are episodes I've been filming slowly over the course of the month. You'll see what they are. They're a little bit bigger videos. I wanted to end Vlogmas on a bit of a happier, fun note for the holidays while also giving myself some off-camera time. Yeah, this is the final one I'm filming, so let's make brownies together. Like I said, this is the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free brownie mix. I love their mixes. They work really well, and they're really easy, especially for days like today where my energy is depleted. Let me get a bowl. So this last week has been interesting. Much better than the week prior, which involved a lot of anxiety on my part and Vlogmas burnout. You can see the cocoa powder. But this week, although my burnout has been a little bit better, especially getting towards the end of Vlogmas and feeling very happy and proud about that, my hair, I'm sorry about my hair, it looks weird. So I've had a lot of endorphins for the end of Vlogmas. My family has been hit by a cold that is slowly taking us all out one by one. So that's also been fun. I'll do that after. Remind me. I need eggs. 3 to be exact. Yeah, my mind's been so wrapped up in Vlogmas that I really haven't had time to think about anything else. So I'm also very excited for the end of the year because for me, that's going to mean taking my little break vacation. Hello, GW. You don't get raw eggs, you old man. Don't huff at me. Does anyone else's animals literally huff at them when you piss them off? Because basically all of mine do. Usually my final episode of Vlogmas the last 2 years has been a what I got my family for the holidays, but we've kind of done things a little bit different this year in the sense of we are gonna give each other presents at the end, like on Christmas, but for the most part, I've just been like, oh, I like that like thing, I'd really like to use that. And Mom's been like, okay, you can have it for Christmas, but you can also have it right now because it's December and it's close enough. So a lot of presents for the 2 of them from me have just been given. We need to melt. Hey! This isn't for you! Being scratched by the old cat. I need to melt butter. Get a ramekin. I also just really wanted to see, going back to the you're not getting a presents video this year, it also felt kind of weird with everything with the economy and the way that it is being like, and here is all the presents I got for my family when I don't know what different people can afford. I'm being bombarded. I'm just trying to make brownies. Not everything's for you. What I'm trying to get at is I actually really like the way that I've ended this Vlogmas with having my last 2 episodes be pre-recorded. So all I have to do is edit them because it's going to allow me to spend more time with my family, which is the part of Christmas that I care about the most. I know I didn't do a lot of super holiday adjacent things, but I also don't usually do a lot of holiday adjacent things. I think just with this year in general, haven't been feeling that holly or jolly. It's still not for you. Nothing's changed. Do you want to be in the video? This is my old man cat. He's been in the dirt. Don't mind his fur. He is very old. Yes, you are. That's GW. So typically at the end of Vlogmas, you guys will get your final video, and I won't be back until the new year, until January. That usually gives me some time after Vlogmas to kind of unwind and de-stress, because Vlogmas can be very stressful, but also, again, spend time with family and stuff. Now I need a 4th cup of water. I'm also I am somebody who likes to make New Year's resolutions, because I mainly like taking the end of the year to just really reflect on the last year. I know that was my last video where we talked about it, but that's just the part of the end of the year that I actually really like, is taking the time to, yes, set new goals for the new year, but also mainly, how do I say it? Taking the time to think about the last year and everything that's happened and everything you've achieved, and taking that into the new year is a lot more of what I want, or what I tend to do. Hold on. That's not what I want. There it is. Back to the baking. I have this Christmas pan. I don't know if you can tell with the lighting. You can a little bit, but on the inside, there's like different designs. So like one's a snowflake, Santa, a gingerbread man, and a snowman. And what I want to try and do is use this pan to bake individual brownies. Let me spray the pan. Now, last time, this did not go well. This is where you can't even see me. This is where everything went wrong. Basically, when I did it, I don't think I filled the things enough. Because one thing I sort of forgot when it came to gluten-free baking is the fact that nothing rises. Well, it does rise. It just doesn't rise that much. So you can really fill things like almost to the top, and like they're fine. Like they aren't gonna like spill over or anything. Alright. This is really only gonna make 2. But that's okay. Maybe I can try and a 3rd. I only really need 3. Let me see if I can split it between the 3. It's really hard to talk because right now the main thing on my mind is crocheting, because I've been on a crochet kick, which you will see why in the next video. But to talk about the things I've been crocheting is to spoil the next 2 episodes, which I don't want to do. Let me try and even them out. Okay. This is either going to be one of the greatest things I've discovered, or yet again, be a disaster. One of these days, regardless of the outcome, if it's today or another day, I will successfully bake brownies on this channel. Here they are. I only had enough for 3, but we are going to put them in the oven. It just fits. I did not think about figuring out if the pan would fit in my little tabletop oven. I am covered in chocolate. I have a clean finger though, so put this on bake. Once again, if you've never seen a video of mine, Ninja tabletop oven, or just any tabletop oven in general, 10 out of 10 for if you're a chronically ill baker. If you've heard this rant before, I'm sorry, but for most of you that are new, it does not heat up very much. It is up high enough I don't have to bend over like you normally do in the oven. It doesn't heat my house so much that I'm passing out from my pots. And it also does a bunch of different things. Like it toasts, it bakes, it air fries, it dehydrates. That's what mine does specifically. Obviously, if you get a different brand, it might do different things. But if you are considering getting one, I highly recommend it. I know it's past the holidays, so it might be a little late to get somebody for a gift, but just think about it for the new year. Consider it. If you're chronically ill and you love baking like I do, it is the one thing that allows me to continue baking as a hobby. It is in the oven. I will see you later for how they turned out. because I'm scared. Okay, hi. I know this is the exact same angle for all of you, but for me it has been about 30 minutes. There's a few minutes left on here, but I wanted to come and turn the light on and check them. They look much better than last time. Last time they didn't rise at all. Like, all the butter came out of them. It was like an oil slick on the top. It was not good. But these look like they have a little bit of rise. They look really good. I'm really happy about it because I like the idea of having like 3 individual brownie things. Because here's the thing with gluten-free baking, if you have never done it before, is food does not last. You can keep it in, I'm sorry, I just hit the mic. You can keep it in like the fridge and that will help, sort of. But for the most part, it just doesn't last. If I left it on the counter, it would be stale by tomorrow. Like I said, you can freeze it, you can put it in the fridge. There are ways around it. One of the things that you can do as well is do things like this, where you find ways to better store them. So like, even if like these were smaller and I was able to make more like in a normal muffin tin like I tried before, if I had actually been able to be successful, it would be a lot easier to store a muffin sized brownie in the fridge and then I can just take it out and eat it, versus an entire tray of brownies where everything's sort of just going to be falling apart. Because that's the other thing with gluten-free baking, is it has a tendency to fall apart because there's no gluten, because reasons. So I'm really happy to see that these are actually working. We're gonna see when I actually pull it out. It's another reason why, if you've seen me make muffins or anything like that before, we use the bigger muffins, because it's just less that we have to store, and honestly we just eat them. We can eat them all pretty fast, and just having one muffin to eat that's like the size of 2 when you normally have 2 muffins is a little bit nicer, in our opinion, in this household. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's right. There's like grooves on the side for the trays and stuff to go in and out, and this fit right in one of those grooves. But I tried to pull the tray out, but that wouldn't have worked. Here they are. Oh, they turned out really well. I have no idea. This is also my first time using this pan, so I also have no idea how the little things on the bottom are gonna look, but we will see. I do want to let these sit. This isn't what this says in the instructions, but good rule of thumb with gluten-free baking is whenever you make anything, before you even attempt to remove it from the pan, whether it's a cookie sheet, a baking pan, a cake pan, whatever, let it sit for at least like 5 minutes. Because most of the time, it is fully cooked, but it needs to like set up again without the gluten and needing gluten replacements. Those replacements need to cool down a little bit to have structure. So, yeah, we actually have to like wait. But I'm really happy that these turned out so well. I was very, very nervous. I thought this was going to be another fail, but we did it. Next is to retry that brownie recipe, because it could also be just the fact that that specific recipe that I used the brownie recipe from the How to Bake Gluten-Free from All American Test Kitchen, which, first of all, I have both of the gluten-free books, the one that's like orange and the one that's like blue. That's more whole grain. I love them both. I use recipes from them all the time, but certain recipes in them are quite finicky. The brownie recipe might end up being one of them, where I can cook it in our normal brownie tray, which is like a glass container, in like the normal square shape that you cook brownies in, and they turn out perfectly fine. But it could just be trying to move it to a different pan. The ratio just doesn't work as well. So this might just be something I can do with a brownie mix. Or I need to find a new brownie recipe. Ooh. Yes, I'm stalling for time so that I can take the brownies out. So we're doing it together. I have another gluten-free baking book upstairs. It's The Science of Baking, and it explains not only the science behind baking, which I love learning the science behind anything, makeup, baking, clothes, whatever, and the history too. I'm just a big nerd like that. So that's a huge part of it, but it's specifically for people who have food allergies. So yes, it has gluten-free ones, but it also has egg-free and dairy-free. I wish I had it. I will put a photo of the cookbook I'm talking about on the screen. I'm very excited. I have yet to make anything out of it. I don't know why, I just haven't. So that'll be something we'll do in the new year. We're going to pick a recipe out of it and try it, see how it goes, because I am very interested. I've been with my 2 American Test Kitchen books for so long. Having something new sounds really fun. I do know they have a cinnamon roll recipe in it, which is a big reason why I bought it. So maybe we'll be making cinnamon rolls in the new year. Who knows? Okay. I don't think it's actually been 5 minutes, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm at least gonna start getting everything out. Oh, no, I'm not. I wanted to show this off really quick. Entire side note. These are the Kevin's frozen meals. I don't know how new they are in general. They're new to me. They're new to my local grocery stores. This is what I had for dinner tonight, the Korean barbecue one. And these have been so nice for days like today, where we were basically out all day, picking my sister up, doing a little bit of grocery shopping, yada yada. And I came home and I just wanted food, because in the past I would have to still like make something or maybe settle for something I didn't truly want, but it was fast, and that's just sort of how it worked. But now I have these. I've only tried 2. I've tried the orange chicken and now the Korean barbecue, but I really loved them. The only thing I've tried for them that wasn't safe was their gravy. They had them at Costco, and it's the only thing I've found that had natural flavors in it. Everything else has maybe had like unlabeled spices or like xanthan gum, which can be 50-50, but they've been totally safe for me. But yeah, that's the only thing. We still have some in the fridge. We're gonna eat it up. Well, my family's gonna eat it up for Christmas dinner. I am going to abstain for obvious reasons. Obviously stated reasons. But yeah, I've been really enjoying trying different Kevin's meals now that I've been trying to be a lot braver about food, especially ones that are in that 50-50, maybe it's okay, maybe it's not category. Okay, it's definitely been 5 minutes now. So let me get some plates and we can plate it up. We've gotten these, I don't think I've shown these off, these little small strawberry plates. I have dubbed them the dessert plates because they're the plates that I use whenever I make a dessert, and I just bring them upstairs and people just eat them. I'm going to attempt just a butter knife to get these out. I just had to stop. It went around, but I can tell that it's still really soft. I think I need an actual spatula. Hold on. I have this little one. I might have to cut it in half to get it out of the pan, but we're gonna try. Which also means I will destroy the design on the bottom, but that's okay. That wasn't the main goal. Yeah, I can't lift it up all in one. I'm gonna have to cut it in like half. Oh, that's why. Because it's not cooked. Not fully, anyway. Okay. Oh, why did I do that again? What am I doing? I have a knife. I just realized I never poked them to make sure that they were fully cooked. I just assumed. That's what I get. So, they need to go back in. I'm gonna say it looked pretty cooked. I'm gonna start low. We're gonna start with 5. We're gonna go from there. Okay. I really can't think of anything else to talk about, so I will be back when the brownies are cooked. Okay. Brownies are out. They've cooled. It's time to attempt to take them out. I still don't have high hopes I can get them out in one piece, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna start with one that I didn't try and get out before, because that one is not gonna be pretty. Okay. Kinda. Yeah, this is just more how gluten-free food is. It looks just like a pile. But they're done. And that's about as good as I can get. And thankfully, these aren't being judged by any fancy judge or anything. They're just family brownies. I need to pick that up. I have a scrounger of a dog who will eat things he's not supposed to. Including things that aren't even food, let alone food he's not supposed to eat. All came out of the pan, though. That's all I can really hope for. This is my brownie pile. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know, kinda ended a little bit wonky, but such is life. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. On screen now are my social media handles if you'd like to see more day-to-day things that I get up to. And with that, I will see you in 2 days for the next episode of Vlogmas. Bye!